These are my cultural influences for AP Human Geography. First is poutine. This French-Canadian dish originated in the Canadian province of Quebec, a place I never been to as of this video. I do make it from home using fries, gravy, and cheese that goes on poutine, and it tastes very good. There are many places around the Orange County area that sell it as well. My favorite of which is a burger place called Joe Schmo's. I love both their poutine and their burgers. This is an example of folk culture because it is mostly in Canada, especially Quebec, and it is hard to find here in the United States, but it could be popular culture as well since there are some exceptions I just mentioned. The piano. This is my favorite instrument as it is the instrument I play during my free time. I like the way it sounds and a lot of the music that is used, especially in my favorite musical genres such as progressive rock and country music. I would say this is popular culture because the piano is played by people of all backgrounds and cultures, but could definitely be considered folk culture as well. Just depends on what type of music is played with the piano. Coffee and tea. Tasty, easy to make, and you can have it in so many different ways. You can go to a coffee shop or make it in a coffee maker. It doesn't matter how good. In both ways, I like for the taste rather than the caffeine because I'm usually never tired. I also like a lot of tea, both warm and cold sweet tea or tea of most types in general. This is an example of popular culture because coffee shops and tea are literally everywhere nowadays. But again, it depends on what type of coffee and tea you consume because some could definitely be characteristics of folk culture as well. Progressive rock and country music. These are my favorite musical genres. My favorite bands include Yes, Genesis, ELO, ELP, Jethro Tull, and many others. Almost all of them came from the UK. Well, for country music, I like Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, and many others as well. Almost all of them from the United States, particularly from the South. So I would say this is both folk and popular culture because they are mostly products of Europe and North America, but is enjoyed by a lot of other cultural groups and of all ethnic groups as well. Anglophilia and Francophilia. Yes, I am an Anglophile and a Francophile, which means I admire both France and England. So it is natural that I love England and France and their culture. I like a lot of their historic architecture and music as well, and my favorite culture is actually North America, United States, and Canada. And if you know history, 17th century England and France pretty much originally single-handedly founded the United States and Canada with some Spanish explorations there. This is an example of popular culture because English and French culture and language are throughout the entire world.